Hi everyone. Today we'll give a short review about the fractions. So, what we need to know and to revise about the fractions. First of all, we need to find and to know the types of a fraction. We have a proper fraction. Proper fraction is a quotient of two numbers where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So normally the proper fraction in general is a number that's equivalent to a number smaller than one. The improper fraction, it is the opposite. So normally it is a fraction quotient of two numbers, okay? But where the numerator is larger than the denominator. So normally when the numerator is larger to the denominator, we should know that the fraction is equivalent to a number greater than 1. About mixed number, so normally the appearance or the mixed number is represented by a number, an integer, followed by a improper fraction. So normally we have an equivalence, a double way to find to change an improper fraction to a mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction, and all this process is far away from the proper fraction because the proper fraction, it is a part of the mixed number. It is not the whole mixed number. The mixed number always it is can be written as improper fraction. Okay, so I'm starting with the exercises. It is easy to know. For example, if we have a diagram and they ask us to find the fraction of the diagram shown is shaded. So normally shaded, we have the purple squares to the right of the screen. So normally we can count the number of these one. So if we count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 9, 10. So normally we have a 10 shaded squares, but from the whole shape, okay, the whole shape is consists of 21 square equal identical form. So normally we have a 10 from 21. Unshaded, so normally we have only shaded and unshaded. So normally unshaded is the whole number 21. We can subtract from it the number of shaded squares to obtain 11. So normally, or we can count only the blank squares here to obtain 11. 11 from the whole number 21. If 5 over 13 of a diagram is shaded, while the fraction is unshaded, so normally shaded and shaded are two contrary quality or type. So so to obtain the fraction in shaded, so normally it is the whole number is always we can identify the whole number of identical shapes or parts from the denominator 13. So 13 minus 5, 5 is the number of shaded parts over the whole 13. So it's easy to find 8 over 13. How to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number? So first of all, we found the smallest or the nearest multiple of 9 less than 47. So normally we find how much 47. So normally, sorry, distribution, okay, connection. We have a bad connection here. Okay, so to complete the 47, how to convert the 47 to 9? So normally we find how much 47 contain the number 9. So we search for the nearest multiple of 9. Less than 47, it is 45. And or 45 If we add the 40 to 45 at 2, we obtain 47. So 47 is equivalent to the 45 plus 2 over 9. So normally, if we have the numerator consisted of two numbers, so normally, and the denominator is one term, so we can write as with equivalency, we can write 45 over 9 plus 2 over 9. So normally 45 over 9 will obtain 5 because 5 by 9 equal to 45. So we will obtain 5 after simplifying and 29. So normally it is an integer followed by improper and not proper fraction to obtain the improper fraction to improper fraction converted to a mixed number. We have vice versa, we have a mixed number and we want to write it as improper fraction. So it is very easy to convert from improper to make it from mixed to improper. So normally it is easy to multiply the integer by a 7 by the denominator and to add it to the numerator and finally to put the same denominator as a denominator for the whole fraction to obtain 60 over 7. So now how to obtain the equivalent fractions for a given fraction. So 7, how to obtain 49 from 7? So normally we multiply by 7. If we multiply the numerator by 7, to obtain an equivalent fraction, we should obtain multiply the denominator by the same number, so we obtain by 7. So how to find this number in another way? So in another way, we know that 49 is greater than 7. So normally we divide 49 by 7 to find out which is the number that we multiplied 7 by it to obtain 49. Okay, it is easy, not a big deal. So how to arrange in ascending order? What do we mean by ascending order? Ascending order is it is the order from the smallest to the greatest number. So when dealing with only fractions, we should first of all search for the common denominator. What we mean by the common denominator? So normally we can find easily the lowest common multiple between 5, 7, and 20. The lowest common multiple between 5 and 7 and 20, we have a 5 can be written as a 5 power 1. And we have, for example, a 10 can be written as 5 power 1 power 2 times 2 power 1. And also we can find out that power 1, sorry, and 20 is the 2 power 2 by 5. The lowest common multiple, normally it is 2 power 2 by 5 because with the highest degree, common factors with the highest degree, so 2 power 2 by 5 to obtain 20. 20 is the lowest common multiple. So if you find all that equivalent fraction of each fraction that we have in the given with the common denominator 20. So how to for example find and how to move from 10 to 20. So we multiply by 2 the whole fraction. 7 by 2, 14, and also 10 by 2, 20. 5. How to obtain 5? We multiply 5 by 4, and we obtain the denominator 4 by 4, so to obtain 16, and so on. And then we can, based on the numerator, greater if the highest or the greatest fraction is with the greatest numerator. So normally 16 over 20 is the greatest, then 14 over 20, which is greater than 20 over 20, and so on. So easily we can say 16 over 20 is the 4 over 5, 14 over 20 is the 7 over 10, and 9 over 20 is the 9 over 10. 20 to in this way we can arrange any list of fractions. And how to state the reciprocal of 5 over 8? The reciprocal is only we can change the location of the numerator and denominator. So normally, if we put the numerator as denominator and the denominator of the numerator of the same fraction, we can obtain the reciprocal of this fraction. And easily to simplify an addition, multiplication, For example, if we seek to evaluate an addition of fractions, first of all, we should know that we should find the LCM, the lowest common multiple between the denominator. We say the common denominator, LCM, the common denominator, or the LCD. We say LCD or LCM are the same term. The lowest common denominator or the lowest common multiple in the same way. Okay, because of 5, it is a 5 power 1, a 3 in the 3 is the power 1. So normally the common is 5 by 3 to obtain 15. And then we add the numerators, the new numerators of the equivalent fractions with common denominator 15, and over the denominator 15 to obtain 17 over 50. In the same way, we proceed for the difference of two fractions. And for the multiplication, it is easier to multiply the numerator by or the numerators and over the multiple of denominators. So 3 by 1 and 7 by 4. What about the division? The division of two fractions is the first of all we can convert from multiplication from division to multiplication. The first fraction we multiply it by the reciprocal of the second one, and then we proceed at multiplication. So numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. We should know finally that we obtain equivalent fraction to a given one by multiplying or dividing its numerator and denominator with the same value. These are all the important information about and the review about fraction that we need to have in our mind to complete and to start the new chapters of grade 8. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.